Ooh. Hello, everyone. It is... What day is it? It's the 7th of July. I'm outside, walking. Whew. It's very dark, and I'm very cold. But I put shorts on because... I put shorts on because it was really fucking hot earlier. And of course, because I met a friend's house, and the only parking available at 5 p.m. here is all the way at the very end of the fucking lot. So I gotta make this far-ass walk. I'm just walking around with my tiny-ass flashlight. With my Street Fighter t-shirt on. I guess I did have my... Oh, look, and there's still no parking space. Well, actually, yeah, there is. There's totally parking space there now. I guess I'm not missing out too much. It's a fun day. I don't know if I mentioned this on video before, but, I might have. Started talking to an old friend. Not old, like... We had basically stopped talking for, like, 6 or 7 months because of, disagreement, to say the least. And after a while, it went from being like kind of avoiding each other, just kind of acting professionally, but just like never ended up being like friends or anything. You know, we just didn't want anything to do with each other at that point. At least that's what I thought. And then I made friends with one of her friends, and it would be kind of awkward for me to just ignore her in conversation. So I thought, hey, if she's around, I'll talk to her. I won't be rude, because that's one of the friends of the person I'm trying to be friends with. So why not? So I left it alone, and then that person came up to me and basically asked me like what happened, and then we talked it out, and the conclusion was, oh god, I need to work on it. I'm like getting winded by talking and walking. It's only been like 2 minutes. Sorry about that. The gist of the conversation was that we had a disagreement, but we never finished talking to each other, So what ended up happening was we just kind of assumed that the other person hated the other and didn't want anything to do with the other person, so we just never closed up that conversation. So it was really unfortunate, but at the very least something brought us back together, which, is the least that I could ask for. So we're starting to like hang out and like talk again, which is actually really nice. So that's kind of that story. I don't know why I told that story, but I'm telling you that story. So anyway, we were supposed to hang out today. Well, actually, not really. We were just supposed to... I was supposed to hang out with my friends, and I did, and I had invited her over, and she said, "No, I'm down. Let me know." And I said, "Alright, here, it's a potluck. We're just having friends over." I was told it was a potluck. It's not really a potluck. It's just my friend was having guests over, and we're just bringing food. And I go, okay. Didn't need to be called a potluck. I feel like she would have came if I feel like she would have been more likely to come if I didn't call it a potluck, but, it wasn't my party in the first place to be invited with me. So, I asked my friend if it was okay for me to bring people. He said yes, so I invited her over, and she was just like, "Nah, it's okay. Maybe some other time." So, I just got back, and I didn't want to stay out there too late because I have work in, like, 12 hours. Actually, 11 hours. Shit. Less than 11 hours. I have to go pick up my dog, too. So, that's where I'm at. Work was alright. They're starting to put me up in the mornings now, which I dislike heavily because I've gotten so used to closing. I told my manager that I'm better at inheriting the mess than I am at dealing with it as it goes on. I would much rather I would much rather be in a position where the mess is there and allow me the time to clean it up, as opposed to starting off with a clean slate and then just working my way up there. What is it? I like it better when things are busy and then it slows down, as opposed to it being slow and things picking up, you know. And that's usually the distinction, at least to me, between an opening shift and a closing shift. But because one of our coordinators is on vacation, me and the other coordinator are basically tag teaming the shifts. And for whatever reason, they switched us, because the other person usually works in the morning and I usually work at night. So I don't know why they would switch it, because honestly, as much as I want to learn how to work things in the morning and do things in the morning, it's very different, you know. And I don't agree with the notion of just doing that just because, you know. I would much rather, at the very least, in a position like this, where we're down staff, stick us to what we know, as opposed to giving us this time to experiment. You know what I mean? It's just a little weird. It's just a little strange to be experimenting. I don't know. I disagree with that notion. But regardless, I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna take it as. I'm gonna take this as not an attack, but as a learning experience, because I want to learn how to do this. I actually do want to figure this out, and find a way to occupy myself, and make sure that when the other person is coming in, that it's not as big of a mess to clean up. You know what I mean? It does not. It doesn't help the fact that when the other person comes in, that they're already not wanting the shift, and I don't know. I kind of get the sense that they're kind of half-assing it, you know. So it sucks, because you know it's a team effort. But if your other teammates aren't putting in the effort, then you know what's the fucking use, right? So that's just where I'm at. I'm gonna drive home, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. Right? I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye now.